Well, alright. Hi. Oh, you got this. Yeah, I know. It's on my hair. It's like, oh, let's see. Hi, I'm Sailor Moon, Serena, and I'm Tuxedo Mask, Darian. And today we're gonna give a shout out. We haven't done this in a long time to Jonathan Coachman from WWE. Well, some of you folks are thinking, why would we be doing that? Why would someone busy or someone iffin or someone name known as Jonathan Coachman from WWE, why would we be giving a shout out to him? He made a why? He made a YouTube fairway yesterday, one film on it, giving a shout out to the TWF for what the film that we made. He liked it, and shouted out this channel. So first off, we're gonna say thank you for liking what we did on TWF, and thank you for shouting out that. You know, we do make a lot of good films on our YouTube fairway. Um, on not just not on the TWF one, but also on Jordan's one and Power Rangers one and the Sailor Moon one and a Xena one. If you want to look those up, if you want to look at those films, you can. Anyway, thank you, Jonathan Coachman. Now we're going to go to another grounds, to another chunk of our film here. Um, Now, some folks are going to say, some folks are going to wonder, you know, now there's always going to be folks that always ask this: where did we all come from? Where did we all get bought from? Why is this a big thing? Well, I guess the why some folks ask this is that a lot of folks will get all their Sailor Moon stuff from eBay, and if they're lucky, they can buy. If they're lucky, they'll buy it outright and not have to go through a whole bidding war with someone else. But some of them might not be lucky and have to go through a bidding war. Well, we all came from Amazon. Well, I take that back. Sailor Mini Moon was from Anime Toys that may or may not be around anymore. Sailor Venus was from the Salvation Army, or the Helping Team, I guess, or the Helping Land Team. Um, Everyone else was from Amazon. I take that back. Sailor Neptune was actually from eBay. So yeah, there was one that was actually from eBay. And Sailor Pluto came from Omen Boy 4, which, she got. So anyway, yeah, that makes one. But everyone besides Sailor Pluto, Sailor Mini Moon, and Sailor Venus, and Sailor Neptune, everyone else came from Amazon. Why? I'll just tell you why, because back in the day, we just did not go on eBay. We just did not, we didn't think they would have a lot of stuff. And it was also the bidding. That would run some folks off. You go on eBay, you see something, and you see, oh, well, it's got into a bidding, and you may only have, like, what, $35 to bid? Well, that's how much you're going to. But then someone might have 45, and 45 is more than 35, and that whoever had that might win. And sometimes the seller isn't always going to go. The seller isn't always, and the seller may pick to go with someone higher or someone lower. You don't know, but that was the grounds to why we didn't really get anything on eBay, because that whole bidding thing. But almost all the stuff that we did get from eBay, if we did get anything from it, was buying it outright, since there was no bids going on. But at the time, Amazon seemed to have more of the things that eBay didn't have. I know a lot of folks like to talk about, oh, eBay gives you good deals. Well, eBay, oh, they're worth a lot too. If you get into a bid war, then it's even more worth more. But it just is that when we usually would go to buy something on the interweb, Amazon was where we usually went first. I know that might not be a good, and some folks that might not be for them, but for us it was. Yeah, that's right, Sailor Moon. Um, we all came from Amazon. Well, as you know, Sailor Mini Moon came from Anime Toys that may or may not be around anymore. Um, Sailor Pluto came from eBay. No, Sailor Neptune came from eBay. Sailor Pluto was from Oven Boy 4. And Sailor, um, oh, let me catch my, oh, and Sailor Venus was from the Salvation Army, or the helping team, or the helping fighting land fighting team. So anyway, yeah, it was back in the day that almost all this came from Amazon, because they had the good deals at the time, depending on what it was, and we didn't have to go for a bid war. Because back in the day, we thought that, I saw eBay was that it was just bidding, and then if you want to get something, you may or may not get it, since it might go to a bid war, and someone might outbid you and stuff. And when we said that was our grounds for not buying things on eBay back in the day or whatever, some haters would bitch at us and say, "Oh, you don't understand the bid. You don't understand bidding." Yeah, you win or you lose. And a lot of folks don't like to lose if it's something you want, and you know you're not going to win. You know you might lose out in a bid war to someone else, so why would you? And then the haters would give us shit for not understanding bidding. We know the whole thing about a bid war, but it's not fair when you know you're going to get something, you may not get it. But that was back in the day. Apparently you can actually buy something from eBay outright if it's not been bid on at all. And which that is true, because there's a lot of things on eBay that don't get bid on, and you can buy it outright. We didn't know that back in the day. And yes, a lot of things on eBay are worth a lot, maybe just as much or maybe even more on eBay they are on Amazon. So it's not like oh, Amazon's the only website that's having all these out high worths on stuff. You know, eBay has it too. So yeah, Tuxedo Mask, what you're getting back to is we all came from Amazon. There may have been some exceptions. There might be some ones, like, well, Sailor Venus didn't came from the Salvation Army to help the helping land fighting team, the helping land fighters. And Sailor Mini Moon came from, live drawings or drawing film toys. Sailor Venus, well, we already told you where Sailor Venus came from. And Sailor Pluto actually came from Omen Boy, and Sailor Neptune was the only one to come from eBay. So, yeah, I know that might make some folks sad, because a lot of folks on YouTube and whatever, that's where they get all their Sailor Moon stuff from, the old stuff, the new stuff, you know. So that might make them a little sad to know that only one of it came from eBay. But yeah, that's where we all came from. We all came from Amazon, except for some. And we already said the ones that did not come from there. It is what it is. Tell us what you think about that. You know. So, it is what it is. At the end of the day, It is what it is, you know. It just back in the day, the worth was right, you know, and just happened to be there at the time, and that's why we got it. Plus, it was also okay. It's there. You have the trade worth, the income, the gal, boom. It wasn't like, oh, you might be frightened of it going into some kind of bid war. Um, Before we end this film, Sailor Moon, do you want to? We're gonna say that we did get folks that did come from eBay, like Michael Cole, Bigfoot, Ernest P. Worrell, Pee Wee Herman, Beetle, Stephen Urkel, Beetlejuice. Diva Talk, she did come from there too. But they were non Sailor Moon things, but yeah, it does count for getting things from eBay. Even though Ernest is Sailor, so yeah, but those all do count from being eBay stuff. But they were. So yeah, we did get some stuff from eBay. But maybe not be a lot of Sailor Moon stuff as some folks on YouTube have it. So yeah, most of it all this came from Amazon. It is what it is, you know. Tell us what you think about that. Sailor Moon, Tuxedo Mask. We'll see you later.